I want to take you through, I know it's wintertime or wintertime's coming up, and what would a speed session look like, especially inside. Now I'm outside, it's still just warm enough. But I love for you to do a session every 7 to 10 days where you just work some speed, okay? You just hit the driver and just practice sending it and having fun. We want to gradually work into that. So I'm going to show you a few stretches, a few warm-up movements to do, and then we're going to get into the driver on how to warm up, what we're looking for, and how to get into speed. So I'm going to show you a few exercises to do first. First one is the long lat stretch. We're going to be here. Turn this around so I don't hit myself. Hands up top, weight on the balls of the feet. I go back into the heels, squat down, keep the weight in the back of your heels, tuck this pelvis up, and then pull up. Okay, I'm gonna do 5 to 8 of those, okay? Then I'll do a single arm long lat stretch. This hand's behind me. I'm just practicing my hip hinge. My hips move back. I push the dowel forward. Okay, each rep I'm gonna move my left hand a little farther up my back. All right, I want to do about 5 of those each side. I'll progress then into the backswing stretch. 1 foot off of my right foot, right hand on top, left hand under, shoulder under chin, have it right off the right ear. Drop this shoulder forward. Now notice I'm working width here. I'm pushing the stick away from me. I'm turning my right hand away from me. Okay, I'm going to do 5 to 8 on the backswing side, 5 to 8 on the follow through side. Okay, then I'm going to move into a bow and arrow stretch. Driver ball position, left hand on top, push through the dowel, turning my hips toward the target, focusing on all of my weight towards my lead side, and practicing just opening that hip and this left hip pulling back. Okay, 10 on the lead side, 10 on the trail side. Okay, just getting some rotation, some separation, disassociation between the upper body and the lower body. Okay, then I'm going to take this behind me. I'm going to make 5 big back swings. 2 things I'm keen in, well 3. Number 1, get into my trail side first. Then I'm pushing into the ground this way to pull this hip back that way. As my right back pocket goes toward the target, my left shoulder rotates down. Shoulder turn past 90 degrees each rep. I'm going to do 5 to my trail and then 5 to the lead side. Bump left, opening up. Every time you follow through, I want to see the bottom of your right shoe. Just so you turn those hips all the way over. And then the last one I'm going to do with this dowel is put it all together. I'm going to go back swing. Here, I'm going to bump the hip forward. There's my transition. And there's my follow through. And I do about 5 of those. Backswing, hip bump forward, follow through. Backswing, hip bump forward, follow through. Okay, just putting the whole sequence together. Then when it's time to get into the driver, obviously you can hit a couple irons, but sometimes it's fun to hit the driver and the driver alone. When I played baseball, I never started at 90 feet and just started to let it rip. I started with little shots. And that's how I want you to begin hitting your drivers, okay? This is a long drive club. It's 2.5 degrees aloft, okay? It's gonna be hard to hit. But even with 2.5 degrees aloft, I'm gonna start with these little shots, just finding the middle of the face, practicing hitting up on it, and just feeling my hands and hitting the middle of the club face. If we're playing catch from me to you, I'm gonna start to hit you in the chest first, gradually work back. That's the same thing I wanna do here. Just find the middle of the face. Work on controlling the ball a little bit, but mainly practicing hitting up on it and hitting the middle of that face every time. Now, I like to warm up with a little staggered stance, dropping this right foot back to really help me hit the golf ball from the inside. But I'm not gonna go hard until I'm hitting the middle of the face. And I'll progressively start to add speed as time goes on. And I kind of play a drill where wherever the last one lands or rolls out to, that's where I want to land the next one. again, almost like I'm playing catch with my buddies, like gradually working back. And then when it gets time to go full speed, I'm always gonna have a launch monitor with me. And then I'm just gonna have fun for about 25, 30 minutes and just send it. But here's the key thing. If you start to hit it all over the face, take a step back, please, for me. Find the middle of the face and then push forward. When we're doing speed sessions, I don't necessarily care about left and about right, but I want your smash factor to stay high, because I don't want you to make insane swings where you're all over the place. I still want you finding the middle of the face, hitting good penetrating shots. Leave the face a little open. If you overhook it a little bit, that's one thing. But continue with that, 145, 150 smash factor. And if you get out of sorts and you just hit 3, 4 bad ones in a row, back off a little bit. Find the face again, get that hip pushing out of the way, everything we're working on with our little warm-up routine, and then progress and add speed from there. So week 1, that might be 25 balls. Week 2, that might be 30 balls, and gradually increase and add from there. But I always think, and again, if you're gonna try this in the winter time, or maybe you've carved out 8 weeks in the summer where you're gonna go inside and work on speed, 1 mile an hour per week is super doable. If you're a 165 ball speed guy, it's very doable for you to go in, get your 165 baseline, and then next week go 66, 67, 68, run that play for 8 weeks, take a month or 2 off, play golf, and then come back and do it again. And that's how gradually, over time, you're gonna add speed and increase. I think there's a great thing to do. Do it in that disciplined way. And again, once you hit if 167 is your number, I think once you hit that 167, get out of there. Save it, because recovery is super important. If it's 10 minutes into it, great job. All you're trying to do is hit that number. Now you're gonna come back super refreshed the next week. Go work on your putting, work on your short game. But 1 mile an hour a week, 1 mile an hour at a time is gonna let you make a big difference in the long run.